Ladies and gentlemen, not only is he one of the most respected, erudite legends in the Indian legal system, but he's also a selfless nationalist who has stepped forward to fight for India every time it's needed. Tonight, as the lobby crossed all limits of decency to target him, cast aspersions on him, the entire country is proud of Harish Salve and stands with him. In fact, it's unbelievable that when he stepped forward, when asked by the Supreme Court to come in as a amicus curiae in the fight against COVID, even at a time when the country faces this kind of a calamity, this motivated section could not hold itself back. This is why it's Nation for Salve, and then we debate.
He has led India's fight in international courts and has ensured that justice prevails. A nationalist to the core.
It's my optimism that I see it slowly coming onto India, and I call it Operation Reset. There are so many things in India which are being reset. And we need to sit back and think of where we have gone wrong and correct all that.
Harish Salve, one of India's most accomplished and celebrated lawyers, was appointed as amicus curiae in the COVID case in Supreme Court. But 24 hours later, Harish Salve chose to recuse himself. He told the bench, and I quote, "Don't want the case to be heard under a shadow that I was appointed because of my school friendship with the CJI. I did not know our bar was divided between advocates who appear for industries and against it. Don't want aspersions to be cast. Today we have lost that narrative when cases used to be fought gracefully." What followed was a heated debate in the Supreme Court, with even the judges slamming the motivated lobby.
The Solicitor General supporting Mr. Salve told the court, "We are not in a position in the country today when we have so many COVID cases to have a maligning competition in the media. Someday somebody from judiciary has to take cognizance of what's happening on electronic media." He said, "Even I saw on digital media people literally abusing. This needs to be looked into. One counsel should not succumb to such tactics. Mr. Salve should reconsider," but Mr. Salve did not reconsider.
There is shock and anger in the legal fraternity over the needless personal attack on a top lawyer, denying India the services of one of the most erudite lawyers.
It's unfortunate that allegations were made against him, but ultimately it is Mr. Salve's personal choice, considering the circumstances, whether he wants to represent as amicus and help in the circumstances that have been outlined.
I condemn the statement of Dushyant Dave. He was a president of the Bar Association of Supreme Court. He should have not uttered such type of a statement, which is not conducive at a time when the whole country is fighting a war, like a war. This pandemic is like a war, and we lawyers should unite for this purpose and fight with this war.
Never before have courts seen such a vile attack on a lawyer, and the outgoing CJI has a message for the legal fraternity.
To the young members of the bar who are disheartened by the events of the pandemic, I want to say, don't lose hope. Carry on. Things will change.
And the happenings in the court today have vindicated Salve's stand on the discourse in the court.
When the court went over the edge sometimes in our perception, we did not blame the judges. We said, well, according to us, the court is doing perhaps something it should not be doing. The court corrected course. Now, if the court is taking a somewhat relatively more conservative path, well, that's also a path which is open to the court. They are doing what they think is right. So this reset has been hit.
Let's debate.